If the chord is correct, but the music still feels dead, check the lines. That is the practical reason to learn harmony and counterpoint together. Harmony asks what notes create when they sound at the same time. Counterpoint asks how independent melodic lines move with and against each other while still making a coherent whole. The difference matters for composers, arrangers, students, and choir directors. If a passage sounds muddy, the problem may be harmonic spacing. If it sounds flat or mechanical, the issue may be that the inner voices have no life of their own. Good writing usually needs both vertical clarity and horizontal motion. Use the plain language rule from the article. Harmony is the vertical sound of notes together. Counterpoint is the horizontal behavior of independent lines. In real music, the two are always listening to each other. Start with harmony. This is the chordal side of music. Triads, seventh chords, suspensions, cadences, bass motion, and the way tension resolves from one sonority to the next. When you ask whether a note belongs to the chord, whether the cadence lands clearly, or whether the voicing is too dense, you are thinking harmonically. Then switch to counterpoint. This is the line against line side of music. It asks whether two or more voices have their own contour, rhythm, and direction. When you ask whether the alto line is syncopal, whether the bass moves too parallel with the soprano, or whether a countermelody distracts from the main melody, you are thinking contrapuntally. The two ideas are not enemies. Counterpoint creates harmony when the lines meet. Harmony gives counterpoint arrival, color, and tension. The beginner trap is trying to separate them completely. The useful move is to ask which layer needs your attention first. Here is the article's comparison in practical terms. If you ask what sounds stable or tense, the harmony lens checks chord quality, bass motion, and cadence, while the counterpoint lens checks how dissonance is treated between lines. If you ask what the listener follows, harmony points to harmonic rhythm and arrival points, while counterpoint points to melody, countermelody, imitation, and inner voices. If the passage is unclear, harmony may reveal muddy spacing or weak chord function. Counterpoint may reveal lines moving without independence or direction. And if you need to revise, harmony usually starts with voicing, bass, cadence, or chord spelling. Counterpoint starts with contour, rhythm, entrances, and voice leading. Now turn that into a listening method. First, listen vertically. Stop on one beat and name what is sounding. Is it a consonant triad, a seventh chord, a suspension, an open fifth, a cluster, or an implied harmony created by melody and bass? That check tells you whether the moment is stable, tense, or unresolved. Then listen horizontally. Follow one line for several bars without worrying about the full chord name. Does the line have a shape? Does it breathe? Does it move by step, leap, sequence, repetition, or contrary motion? Could a singer or player understand it as a real part instead of filler? The article gives a small revision habit. Freeze a beat and ask what vertical sound is happening. Follow each active line across the bar line. Mark where dissonances enter and where they resolve. Check whether the bass supports the phrase or only names roots. Then decide whether the problem is spacing, chord direction, or weak line writing. This is more reliable than staring at every note equally. A score is dense because several musical jobs are stacked on the same page. Harmony and counterpoint tell you which job you are inspecting. Traditional counterpoint study often starts with a cantus firmus, a fixed melody that another voice writes against. Species counterpoint then gives controlled exercises: note against note, 2 notes against 1, 4 notes against 1, suspensions, and mixed rhythm. Those exercises can feel strict, but their purpose is practical. Note against note teaches that every vertical meeting matters. Passing motion teaches that dissonance can move smoothly. Suspension teaches that tension can be prepared and released. Contrary motion makes lines feel more independent. Cantus firmus shows how one line can anchor the texture. But species rules are training, not a cage. Real music does not always look like a textbook exercise. Bach chorales, Renaissance polyphony, string quartets, jazz inner voices, film counterlines, backing vocals, Bass lines under vocals, second guitar parts, string pads, and synth countermelodies all use line logic differently. The point is not to obey an exercise forever. The point is to develop a better instinct for how lines behave. When a passage sounds wrong, do not immediately add notes. Decide whether the issue is harmony, counterpoint, or form. If the chord sounds heavy or blurred, the likely cause is dense harmonic spacing. Open the voicing or move one part to a clearer register. If the music has chords but no motion, harmonic rhythm may be static, so change when the bass or harmony moves. If an inner voice feels random, rewrite it as a singable line before reharmonizing. If two voices feel glued together, there may be too much similar motion. Try contrary or oblique motion. If the cadence does not land, clarify bass motion and final chord function. If a section sounds busy but empty, the lines may be active without a job. Remove one layer and strengthen the remaining line. The best test is often singing. If an inner line cannot be sung, heard, or described, it may not be a real line yet. If a chord cannot be named or felt as tension, color, or arrival, it may not be doing a harmonic job yet. This is where Melogen fits. Without overstating the product, Melogen does not replace harmony study, counterpoint exercises, or a musician's ear. Its useful role begins when you already have visible notation and need a faster way to inspect what the score is doing. Now, Melogen Structural Analysis is a score-first workflow for JPG, PNG, and PDF sheet music. It can help map structure, tonality, harmony, form, key signatures, time signatures, harmonic progressions, cadences, melodic themes, formal sections, and exportable analysis results. That fits this topic because harmony and counterpoint are easier to discuss when sections, cadences, and active lines are visible. Use structural analysis after you can see the notation. If your source is still a static PDF and you need notation editing, use a conversion workflow first. Music's XML is usually better for notation cleanup. MIDI is better for playback and DAODY handoff. Structural analysis is for inspecting the musical structure once the visible score is readable. For practice, keep the loop small. Choose 8 bars, not a whole movement. Mark the bass notes on strong beats. Circle cadences or moment of arrival. Follow the highest line and name its contour. Follow one inner line and check whether it has a musical shape. Mark dissonances that need preparation or resolution. Rewrite one bar with clearer spacing or stronger line motion. Then listen again before changing anything else. Composers can use this loop in a draft. Arrangers can use it when a texture feels crowded. Students can use it while studying Bach, Palestrina, hymn writing, choral music, jazz lead sheets, or even a pop hook with a strong bass counterline. The point is not to label everything perfectly. The point is to hear what each layer is doing. The practical takeaway is simple. Harmony and counterpoint are different lenses on the same musical surface. Harmony explains the vertical result of notes sounding together. Counterpoint explains the horizontal motion of independent lines. Before adding material, ask 2 questions. What chordal sound is this moment creating? And what line does each voice actually sing or play? If the vertical sound is clear, but the passage feels dull, strengthen the counterpoint. If the lines are active, but the passage feels unstable or muddy, clarify the harmony. This is the official Melogen AI channel. Subscribe for practical music knowledge, notation workflows, and better ways to use AI in music work. Melogen AI offers music tools and AI music models for musicians, educators, and creators. Visit melogenai.com to try Melogen in your own score analysis workflow.